don't like to record myself very often. I don't like looking at my face in a camera. I'm pretty sure that's the camera, but don't worry about it. The point is that I don't normally like talking into a camera about stuff that I feel or stuff I see online or stuff I deal with in real life. Um, it just feels a bit corny. It feels a bit forced, but for some reason I wanted to try something different, so I'm just gonna do that. Um, the thing is that sometimes I see online and offline is that somebody who doesn't have a lot of friends or someone who doesn't have friends must be doing something wrong to not have friends. And aside from the fact that in an American society at least, it's becoming increasingly common to not have in-person friends. Sometimes you people end up in really shitty environments where people are bad to them, and like instead of going through the trouble of getting burned repeatedly, some people just force a hard boundary and decide, you know what? I will protect my peace and I will just keep to myself and stick to things that make me happy. And I'm saying this as someone who grew up being bullied a lot in elementary and middle school and a little bit in high school. Thankfully, things started to really taper off by high school, and it completely dropped off. But like, I just, I don't know, man. I've been through so much shit. I was jumped by six girls in the sixth grade once, and we had to go to juvenile court over it because I did regular push-ups as opposed to modified push-ups, and apparently that was the straw that broke the camel's back because the girls assumed it was some sort of favoritism. I don't know, man. I was not well liked growing up, and I had ADHD. I knew that since elementary school. But what I didn't know is that I had autism, and I kind of wish I had the self awareness to know that, or, that my mom told me when I was younger. I don't think I would have liked going to ABA because going to ABA during that climate where autism speaks was at its peak would have been terrifying. It probably would have traumatized me even more, to be honest, but I kind of wish I knew I was autistic because then it would explain exactly what it was about me that was off putting to almost everybody I knew and kind of made them bully me. And I tried to modify my behavior a lot, but there was only so much I could do. So I ended up self isolating and keeping to like having one or two friends per year and mostly pouring into myself and my hobbies like writing fan fiction and drawing. And then I learned how to knit, and then senior year I learned how to crochet. It was very nice. I learned how to sew a bit. I just I just wish that most people got that grace online or in real life and realized that, oh, maybe this person just doesn't want to have a ton of friends. Maybe they've been through a lot and they've just decided that having a ton of friends is not their priority. And them not having a ton of friends or even any friends doesn't make you an inherently bad person. I don't know. It's weird that so many people don't have that level of self awareness. Admittedly, some of the people who feed into this are very young, but some of these people are alarmingly in their early to mid 20s and they just let groupthink do their work for them. And that's why, even though they like to posit themselves as good people, quote unquote good people, they still end up being assholes, and they're nowhere near as good as they projected themselves to be. It's like a purity cycle, and it's really weird. And I think it's something that just needs to be nipped in the bud. I trust people who own up to their mistakes, even after they fuck up, no matter how bad the fuck up is, and they do their best to not repeat it again and try to own and they own up to what they can. And I don't know, man, if they can't or they won't, or it's not serious enough to warrant like all this hostility, then I'm willing to let it go. Honestly, people change and grow all the time, but this idea that somebody must be a bad person because they don't have a lot of friends, what is this, middle school? Grow up. Good night.